4代目火影を超える忍びはお前しかないと俺はそう信じて。
Dude.
ここに風のチャクラを組み込む。
Dude, that's pretty cool. Ooh. Uh-oh. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to, we're going to be getting into episodes 76 and 77 of the old Shippuden. Hope y'all are doing well. Man, this light, man, I'm getting fried by the sun leaking through my blinds, dude. Maybe I should just try having natural sunlight. Let's see what it looks like. You guys can just see my nice pit there. Oh my, look at that. Look how bright that is. Oh my. That's so much. That's way. I'm overexposed. No. Wow, so much better. Although now I still have all these dots on me. I'm getting distracted. I hope y'all are doing well though. Let's go ahead and recap the character ratings from last time. We gave MVP to Kakashi, mostly because there wasn't a good MVP to give one to, but him using Rasengan and playing Yamato to pay for the ramen was pretty good. The best moment, we gave that to Asuma and him kind of reflecting on his relationship with Chirika? I still can't pronounce it. But yeah, kind of just, I like that scene in general. The ambiance or the feel of it was really, really good. And then for the funniest moment, we gave that to Yamato with his exhaustion and the sounds he's made. He's like, that was good voice acting. And then we didn't give his Sako out. Didn't give any Sako out, but I'm sure there'll be one coming soon. They better stay on their toes. Better be on their tip-top behavior over here. But yeah, I think we just go ahead and get into these. I don't think there's too much to talk about from last time, so if y'all enjoy these reactions, consider dropping a like, subscribing, all that good stuff to help me out. Check out the Patreon in the link below. In the description. The link will be in the description below. Man, I'm illiterate, bro. If y'all want early access or uncut reactions, we're usually about 4 weeks ahead there. So, but I appreciate y'all being here to watch some Shippuden with me. Let's go ahead and get in these episodes, y'all. Sure did, man. I really love those episodes. Yeah.
ま、もう少し落ち着くのを待って。
Hey, it's better than it used to do.
別に螺旋岩を見せたのは自慢したかったからじゃない。よく言うってばよ。形態変化だけを極めた術だって前に言ったよな。形態変化？で、その形態変化と性質変化を加えた術が例えば千鳥だ。へえ、また自慢だってばよ。この術はチャクラを雷に性質変化させるだけではなく、放電させるように形態変化させて攻撃の威力とその及ぶ範囲を決めてる。いいかい？チャクラに性質変化だけじゃなく形態変化を加えることで忍びの攻撃力は飛躍的に高まるんだ。ま、性質と形態の両方の変化をセットで扱える忍びは稀だがな。
Oh, really?
やっぱり自慢ない。
風の性質変化を手に入れた。そして
So it's like hard to combine both of them.
極の形態変化を持った。螺旋岩？そうだ。じゃあ俺ってばもう2つとも持ってるってことが。ま、そういうことになるな。よっしゃ！これならあっちゅう間に真術ができそうだってばよ。
It's never that easy.
なんだか簡単にいけそうだぜ。それなら俺は千鳥を開発する必要はなかったよ。 センガンの形態変化に雷の性質変化を組み合わせることができなかったんだ。
性質変化と形態変化を組み合わせるにはものすごい技術がいるというより才能とかセンスといった方がいいかもしれない。
ここまでだったのは俺だけじゃない。この術を加
It's interesting.
血でさえそうだった。そうだ、4代目おかげでさえそれはできた。
Dude. Ah, man, anytime we get fourth Hokage references, it makes me so happy.
で高めた状態を作り上げた。それが螺旋丸だ。
But he still couldn't combine it with the change in nature.
ただの形態変化だけで得得難度は A ランク。ここまでなら俺でもどうにかコピーできる。だが問題はその先だ。もともと螺旋丸は4代目が自分の性質変化を加えることを前提として開発した術だった。
Okay, cool.
螺旋丸はまだ途中段階の忍術だったってことか。
そういうことになるね。
まだ見ぬその先の忍術は得得難度 S ランクかそれ以上かもしれない。
S rank ability, man.
そもそも不可能かもしれない。ここから先は教わるんじゃなくお前が見つけるしかないんだ。なぜこんなことをお前に話すかわかるか、ナルト。4代目火影を超える忍びはお前しかないと俺はそう信じて。
Dude. So dope.
ま、話はこれくらいにして
Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps.
行きますか。
The only shinobi who can surpass him.
やっぱり口がお上手だ。
Yep.
いいや。
I mean, he probably actually believes it.
本当にそう信じ
Yeah.
さ。
He always has. He's always seen his potential. Did we call for some more help again?
つなぐ様、アスマ藩から伝令が。
Yeah, mine. This man looks like he's wearing goggles, like he's going swimming or something.
監禁所。暁の2人がどうやら向かっているらしい。
ここいらで一番近い監禁所は
近いぞ。
いよいよ暁と戦うことに。
大丈夫だよ、いいの。アスマ先生の教え通り
Dang.
出ることないって。
Dude, Choji's such a beast, man.
なんてね。前の任務でしかも
I was about to say, I was like, man, he's really stepping up, Choji. Some good leadership skills.
鹿丸も頑張ってるんだ。
At least he's an honest man.
アスマ先生よ。シリクって人は先生とはどんな関係だったんですか。
なんだっ
ヘビースモーカーのあんたが2日もタバコを吸ってね。あんたがタバコをやめるときは決まって何かがあったときだからさ。
け。よく見てるな。お前に心の中を見透かされるようじゃ俺もまだまだ甘いな。
いや、将棋指してるときはいつもバレバレなんすけどね。
You can't hide anything from Shikamaru.
俺とチリクが守護人十二使の仲間だったのは知ってるよな。その中でもそうだな。お前と長寿みたいなもんだ。
Dang. Well, that's sad.
禁煙なんてそう続かないもんですよ。
禁煙はそう続かない。確かに今までがそうだったしな。しかもお前が心配してくれるのは嬉しいが、別にチリクのことで禁煙したわけじゃないよ。
Yeah.
そんなことより暁はチリクをやったほどの奴は
Quit smoking because of his babe.
能力を持っているはずだ。気を抜くなよ。
じゃあ2人1組で螺旋丸を作ってもらう。そして同時に風の性質変化を螺旋丸に組み込むと。まあ言うは易しだが具体的にどうしろこうしろとは言えん。ナルト、お前自身が考え掴むしかない。
Yeah, at this point, there's not much direction he can give if he can't even do it with Rasengan. I'm gonna have to go back and read the whole explanation of like why it's so difficult and
風の性質変化を。
because like it's a little confusing with
螺旋丸の形態変化や。
Kakashi being able to use it with Chidori and whatnot. I need to pay attention. I'm gonna miss all this. Bad at multitasking. I never want to pause too because I don't like the way I record it. I have to like I sync it in the post production, so it's always a pain to like have to do it multiple times. Damn, dude. Bro's spent.
お茶よ。滝を切ったばかりでこんな時こそ
黙っているのもあれなんで、
I could just say something.
その兵糧がものすごくまずい。
そんなことないでしょ。食べやすいようにちゃんといろいろと工夫して
Have you tried it?
食べればいいんでしょ。
Amateur mistake. You gotta try your food, bro. I would never serve anyone any food without trying it myself first. That way I can know if I need to apologize ahead of time.
くそ、これに風のチャクラを組み込む。
Dude, that's pretty cool.
これって無理だろ。大体螺旋岩だけでもとんでもねえ集中力がいるっていうのに。
Yeah, he's really pushing himself.
性質変化なんてこれじゃ右を見てるときに左を見ろって言ってるようなもんだ。
Yeah, it's like patting your head and rubbing your belly kind of thing.
泣いてる場合じゃねえってばよ。
I can't. I can only do it one way.
影分身の術。
Here they are. Oh man, I can't get over seeing it. I like we barely even know this character and it's still like sad. Together, wow. They got some nice urinals in the Naruto universe. Interesting, that's cool. I thought this was about to be a whole little bit, like he was gonna go like start peeing and then HIDAN was just gonna go right next to him. Not following the rules of the bathroom. Jesus, man. It's quite the eerie place, bro. Like, who runs this shit?
くっせえなおいここ。さっさと行こうぜカグズ。待て、金を数える。こんなしょんべんの匂いだか死体の匂いだかわかんねえとこ二度と来ねえんだ。俺は先に外に出てるぜ。
Assume it's the corpses.
もうすぐ監禁所。
そろそろか。
気合を入れろ。確かに。またすぐに次のやつをお願いしますよ、旦那。悪いが東軍は来ない。探すためにこの
I don't know, man. You're gonna run into Asuma.
一つアドバイスしておきますよ。あの連れの方はやめといた方がいい。金に縁遠い顔をしてますよ。分かっている。確かにあいつは金に縁遠い。だがあいつ以外俺の連れは務まらん。俺なりの訳がある。わけねえ。今まで俺と組んだ奴らは。
So HIDAN, the only one who can keep up with him.
俺はトラブルとすぐに殺意が湧く。だがあいつは殺せない。
Interesting, okay. Yeah, the sweat coming down. Like, I really better not get on this guy's wrong side.
集中しろ。二つのチャクラをすり合わせるように。
Ooh. Damn, dude.
Naruto.
こんなことを続けていたらナルトはそれにあれを何度も止めるなんて僕には。
いや、これしか方法はないんだ。
Damn.
術が完成するかどうかはお前にかかってる。
That's kind of wild, bro. That's a lot of pressure.
わかりました。
If Kakashi's like that, persistent on it, you know it's that important.
この向こうに暁が。
行くぞ。ああ、くせえ。あんなクソ
めに5分もいたら服に匂いが染みついちまう。
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
隠す。遅かったな。
All right. Damn, that's a nice little river cabin. Rip to that door.
ここにはまだ来ていない。動きがあるまでここを監視する。
Are these the other like collection offices? Someone's been here. Apparently not.
知らねえ。知ってたとしても言うわけがね
だとよ、やっちまうか。
拷問ならいびきにでも任せておけばいい。やっぱり暁がいた形跡はないよ。
こっちも同じ。ここ数日人の出入りした形跡がない。まだここに来てないのは確かな。
どうする青葉。
他の4つの監禁所へ向かった部隊からのバックアップ要請はまだない。
ならば暁との接触はまだという。
It seems like the Leaf isn't too fond of the collection offices, so I'm assuming it's not ran by like the Land of Fire.
アスマさんの部隊が接触したのなら最も安心だ。あの人の強さはお前たちが一番よく知っているだろう。
そうですよね。
鹿丸もいるしね。よし、一度外へ出て作戦を立て直そう。行くぞ。
So they're gonna take him. Or no? I want more information on these collection offices, man. This bounty system.
敵は5つのうちのいずれかの監禁所へ向かう。他4つからのバックアップ要請はない。そしてこの監禁所へはまだ来ていない。ということは
まだこの監禁所へ向かってる可能性もあるってことだな。
そういうことだ。待ち伏せして暁を取る。
That's a good spot. Not quite a good spot. That's somewhere I could hide, dude.
現段階で考えられる敵の行動パターンは以上だ。先ほどの作戦通り各自持ち場につけ。暁、どこに行った
That's cool. Wow, damn. It's like prop hunt. Is the Akatsuki gonna find them? What a sleazy looking dude, man. The collection officer.
遅かったな。
10. Ooh. I don't know, man. Something about his power once he dies.
ああ、いってなんだてめえら。優勝を貫いたのにゴリゴリすんな。なんだよこれ。
Dude, he's pretty geeky, man.
見りゃわかん。
Isn't it obvious?
で、何者だ。お、このマーク。確か4、5人なんだらの。マジかよ。あんなくせえ監禁。
ジリク。俺たちはこの葉の忍びだ。お前ら暁を拘束または抹殺するよう命を受けてきた。お前ら暁はツーマンセルで行動する。まずは1人を片付けてからもう一方を拘束するつもりだったが、さすがにいい能力を持ってやがる。
Just chop his head off, man.
なんてふざけた能力だ。これじゃ影縫いも。
Shadow sewing?
てめえら狙う順番を間違えたな。
もう1人はどこだ。
Oh, man.
術が外れた。
ホテツ、いつも下がる。
やはりあの真ん中、珍しく金に縁があったな、ヒダン。
隠せ。てめえは手を出すな。こいつら俺の儀式用だ。金はてめえにやる。
隠す。それから被弾か。
それならいいだろう。ただ
Dang.
死ぬぞ。
Okay. He can read him well.
だからそれを俺に言うかよ。
So does he draw the ritual with his own blood?
殺せるもんなら殺してほしいぜ。な、無理か。
何のつもりだあの図形。
俺が突っ込む。
隙をついて不死身男を影縫いで縛る。しかも少しの時間ですぐに首をはねて動きを。
Yeah.
それじゃリスクも高すぎっすよ。正しくない。
私も一緒に。わからないのか。それが今撃てる最善の手だ。
アスマのこんな顔初めて見るぜ。
奴らは俺よりはるかに強い。出雲、虎鉄、お前らはもう片方の暁に気を配りつつ。
It doesn't seem like a good idea to engage them if you know how much stronger they are.
そら、ここは一旦引いて作戦を。
Exactly, bro.
あいつら相手に簡単に引かせてもらえると思うな。
Wait for backup.
戦意なく逃げようものなら俺たちは全滅する。
Man.
そうなればこの葉のリスクはさらに高まる。敵陣突破の先兵だ。たまにはこういう刺し方もできないってな。
そういう刺し方嫌いじゃなかったっすか。俺と同じで。
上手相手に玉を守るためには犠牲もやむなし。
まさか。
I like how they bring it back to the game a lot.
一人は能力不明のバカ力、一人は不死身。確かに俺たちには分が悪い。だからってアスマが犠牲駒になんて。将棋めんどくせえな。
お前が面倒くするよ。だから面倒なのを避けるために作戦を立てるのが得意だってことだな。将棋はないろんな駒の個性を生かすことで様々な局面を作り出すことができる。お前のように作戦を考えるのが得意なやつにはうってつけのゲームだよ。
Shogi's a real game, right? Like, I feel like I've heard of it.
やりながらだな。
Like, is this the same game they played in Hunter x Hunter 2 in the Chimera arc?
負けた。
手抜かなくていいっすよ。マジで。
しかし棒銀とはな。
この本に書いてあったんすよ。敵陣突破の先兵だってね。そんなに負けたのが悔しかったっすか。
いや、犠牲駒を使った敵陣突破の先兵か。お前らしい合理的な考えかもしれんが、俺はあんまし好きじゃねえんだよ。
ゲームだぜ。
まあね、だが敵陣を切り崩し大ダメージを与えた棒銀は犠牲駒となる。もちろん駒のやり取りは当然だが、犠牲駒を前面に打ち出して
Yeah.
お席
Easy in a game, hard in life.
落とす。
俺だって言うほど合理的じゃねえよ。
もう一番やるか。
今度はじっくり棒銀なんて使わねえでな。敵陣突破、犠牲駒もやむなしと思わせるほどの敵ってことか。
Yeah.
確かに俺たち中忍じゃ奴らに圧力となるような駒にはならねえ。それどころか俺たちを守りながら戦うとなれば圧倒的に不利。アスマの言う通り全滅もあり得る。
It's always fun getting Shikamaru's strategic mindset.
間違いなく大駒だ。大駒を捕らえるには餌が必要だ。大駒の代償もやむなしと思えるほどの最善の手と思える餌が俺たちじゃ。その餌としては役不足。今の持ち駒で使える戦力となると棒銀なんてあんたには向いてない。
お前がいるんだからな。
情けねえ。餌にも圧力にもならねえが。
Pretend to be a Jinchuriki so they come after you or something.
作戦会議は終わったか。いてて。ぐさぐさ差しやがって痛えなてめえら。人の痛みを知らねえクソ野郎には神の裁きが下るぜ。
Nothing of the pain of others. This guy, bro. Very intrigued to see the power, man. What's the circle about? Sure does. Damn.
Asuma! 届け！
あいつを食らったら終わっちまうからな。
何度でも追ってやる。
Man, Hidan's weapon's so dope.
捕まる。それでいい。あいつは影縫いを警戒しながら戦わなければならない。こっちが有利だ。
確かに俺の影縫いの攻撃がアスマにとって有利な戦いを生み出す。基本的には間違っちゃいない。だけどよ、戦いが有利だろうが意味がねえ。あいつは不死身、こっちは命もチャクラにも限りがある。捕まえなきゃ。
Yeah, like what extent is he immortal to though? Like
今は考えてる暇はねえ。させるか。
しまった。
この構えは。
oh, dope, dude, he can do it too.
クの術はどうだ。もっともチリクのはもっとすごいがな。
ヒダン、油断するな。
うっせえな。黙って見てろよカグス。うまい。さすがこの二人は息が合っている。
どうやらあいつ本当に手を出してこねえ。
I would not trust that though.
信用するわけにもいかん。
Oh yeah.
さっきのは惜しかったぞ。しかまる。
んなことよりちょっと援護してもらえねえすか。
Yeah, keep an eye on the other one, bro. That was so close.
無神論者どもは一番効率のいい方法で命を取りに来る。見え見えなんだよ。
お前の戦いは遊びが多すぎだがな。
今だ。今度は逃げ場ねえぜ。
なら避けねえよ。
不死身野郎ね。
Dude, so weird.
先に雑魚の方から片付けてやろうか。しまった。
お前の相手は俺だ。
And Asuma just like breaking those knives is so cool.
コンビネーション技もピンポイント攻撃も当たらないならカトンが排斥そう。
Uh-oh.
動きを止めただと。
Oh no. That's a tough one to end on, man. And we're about to get to see what this little ritual circle is all about. Yeah, I mean, his arm was like turning, I assume, like metal or something hard. Kind of like the other guy, Kakuzu, right? They both seem to have some kind of like, I don't know, armor that comes over them. It's interesting. Cool fight, man, already. And that's just like the beginning of it. You know it's going to go on for multiple episodes. Oh, dude, so good. All right, y'all. Good set of episodes there. Man, off the bat, just really cool seeing some of the explanation around Rasengan and the next step in developing this ultimate Jitsu technique. I really liked, well, one is kind of addressed my concerns about Rasengan kind of being mitigated to a degree, or the importance of it in classic Naruto being, you know, I guess kind of an afterthought. In this case, you know, they do a good job of like making Rasengan feel like it's a very difficult technique still, and still rare, right? It's like it's an A rank difficulty with the change of chakra form to the extreme. You know, not many people can take change of chakra form to that extreme, I guess. And, you know, we get some cool information that I guess the fourth Hokage, his original intention was to not just do Rasengan to the extreme with change in form, but also to add his change in nature to it, which they don't tell us what his change of nature is, of course, but I wish they would. Maybe at some point we'll get that. But I like the, you know, kind of comparing to Chidori and how, you know, Kakashi can apply both change in form and nature with Chidori, but when change in form is taken to the extreme with Rasengan, he can't add the electrical change of nature to it. It's just like too much technique or feel at one time. You know, I like how Naruto described it as like trying to, you know, look left and right at the same time. You know, I did the whole pat and rub your belly. That's kind of what it sounds like. It's like you have to use two opposite sides of your brain or something. You know, maybe you gotta be like ambidextrous or whatever it is. I don't know, man. It does sound like it'd be very difficult to learn, but I like the explanation of it all. But it is pretty wild to think about how the fourth Hokage couldn't apply it either, and so it's like kind of like a jutsu that was a work in progress. And you know, I think it makes sense from like an author's perspective, kind of. You know, I doubt he had this intentions for Rasengan in the beginning when he wrote it in classic Naruto, but the way he's adding on top of it, it still respects the past and adds more to the past as well, but also where we're at with Naruto trying to develop this Jitsu technique. So, and it seems like it's extremely vital too, like the fact that Naruto started going into the nine-tail cloak, and yet Kakashi's like, no, we got to keep going. It's worth, you know, he's basically saying it's worth the risk. You know, that's how important it is that Naruto learns a very powerful technique that, you know, increases his attack potential that much, according to what they're saying. So, I don't know. I'm very, very excited. Obviously, I believe Naruto's going to develop this power, and, you know, I think it's going to be really cool to see what that looks like. You know, maybe like he probably win to that. I'm trying to imagine. I mean, obviously, it'll make it a lot like sharper, so it probably would like go through things more easily. But maybe it would also like expand how big Rasengan is too. I know, like, you know, Naruto can do like a giant Rasengan, right? But maybe it'll expand it even more or something like that. So it's cool to think about what it's gonna look like and just how powerful it'll be. Or maybe like it'll extend its range of the attack. Like, can he like put like, will it become more of like a ranged attack or like a mid-range attack or something? Outside of that, obviously a lot of setup for the fight between Hidan and what's his face? I always forget the other one's name. Kakuza, I think. What is it? Let me go back in my notes. Yeah, Kakuza. Yeah, mostly set up the fight with them. They get their cash prize, cash money. Still very interested on, like, I don't know if they're going to end up explaining it like the collection agencies and whatnot, but it was interesting like how they had like that book and they literally had, you know, all the information on these bounties, you know, the height of the person, their blood type. I think, you know, it looked like a social security number or something like that. So pretty interesting on that front. Also, one small thing I saw when I was watching backwards, like Asuma is 6'5", man is stacked. He's huge. He's a freaking brute, man. Yeah, honestly, really fun getting to see him fight a bit more, and really love like kind of the callbacks to like shogi and kind of applying the you know, the strategies in that game to actual fights. I think that's, it's not the first time they've done that, I don't think, or I mean, you know, they've talked about Shikamaru's character and his strategy around shogi, but you know, they haven't really talked about specific moves and applying that to real fights yet, I don't think. So I really like that. I think it's an interesting way to kind of, you know, do some narration or I guess some exposition on the fight itself and like what's necessary, kind of power scaling, you know, the strategy involved. I thought that was a really creative way of doing the writing in this fight so far. And I like how it kind of fleshes out Asuma's and Shikamaru's characters a little bit too, right? Like the fact that Asuma's putting himself in a situation to be a sacrifice kind of conveys how strong these opponents are, especially with the hindsight of how he doesn't like this climbing silver move where you're kind of forcing really strong opponents, you know, using sacrifice basically, you know, using your pawns as a sacrifice to, I guess, create an opening for yourself. And, you know, it's already kind of, you know, saying that, or foreshadowing to a degree that maybe some kind of sacrifice is going to be necessary here for them to beat these Akatsuki members. Sacrifice seems like it might be somewhat of a theme in this arc here, because not only that, but we also, like, Hidan also seems to have some kind of like sacrifice around his rituals, right? Like he wants to use them as part of his ritual. You know, he uses the blood that he gets from Asuma when he does actually graze him or stab him a little bit with his weapon. He like licks it, and that's when he kind of starts the ritual. So maybe there's something with that blood and whatnot. But yeah, it seems like sacrifice is probably going to be something that is a focal point of this not maybe this episode, but potentially this arc too. Which makes me a little nervous because that makes me think someone's going to die. You know, with Asuma's character, you know, they're kind of setting up that he could be the one who's sacrificed. I'd be a little surprised if they killed him off this early, but you can also see it with them like giving so much backstory, more context to his character. I don't know, we'll have to see kind of how that plays out. I could totally see them also, there's a lot of like side characters coming in, so maybe some of the side characters will have a moment to shine through some kind of like sacrifice as well. But yeah, man, really cool seeing Hidan and his powers. I think it's funny that Kakuza just, it's like, yeah, I'll just let you do your thing and just watch. You know, that's how confident the Akatsuki are, or just how unique they are in their thought processes. It's also like, I'm very curious on like how Hidan is immortal, right? Like, I mean, the Leaf Shinobi seem surprised by it, but like at the same time, it's like they're not like mind blown by immortality, kind of like that. Like it seems like Hidan can feel pain still, but yeah, it's like not super shocking to them. So I'm wondering if like, I don't want to say this is like a common technique or something, but maybe this is not completely unknown, right? And they also the similar idea of like chopping off his head. You know, I've assumed that he's not completely immortal, right? I don't think that's that'd be a little crazy. I don't know. Like how would you overcome something like that? Cut them into pieces and then, separate their body parts or something so they can't revive themselves or something. What level is he immortal to? And even like Kakuzu says that, be careful or else they'll kill you. So there has to be some way that he can die. So I'm a little interested to find out about, kind of where that all lies, where the boundaries of his power is. But yeah, let's go and get into the character ratings for MVP. I'm going to give it to HIDAN. I really like just like his skill and powers. They're very intriguing to think about, like we were just talking about. And his character is just, I think it's interesting so far, kind of his like sarcastic tone and I don't know, his weapon's badass. He definitely seems like a very strong character. For the best moment, I'm going to give that to Kakashi when he, talks about his faith in Naruto, like that he's the one who, he actually believes that Naruto can be the shinobi who overcomes the fourth Hokage in terms of power. And it sounds like just a way of like motivating Naruto at first, and like Yamato kind of, he's like, yeah, indeed, you're a slick talker, but it is actually truthful. He isn't just, kind of trying to inspire Naruto, but he's also believes that himself. And that automatically makes me think about all the way back in classic Naruto when he's first training Sasuke and Naruto. I think it's like when they're climbing the trees and they're talking about the potential and like the amount of chakra that Sasuke and Naruto have. And like I think Akashi says something along the lines of like that Naruto might even be like the one with the most potential out of everybody. So really cool. Always fun hearing just about Naruto's potential because he's such an interesting character when he is really like not gifted at all, like for technique or skill, like someone like Sasuke is. But he does have that like endless potential that if he can, be patient and learn and have good mentors around him, that he could get to that point. And I don't know, man, there's probably so many people like that out there in real life where they just can't unlock their potential. I feel that way a lot myself where like, I'm like, I feel like I do well in some things in life, but there's so many things that like I haven't unlocked or, I get in my own way for things and you never really fully see what you can do. And there's a level of like, intuitiveness or like, you can sense that you're not unleashing what you could do. You're not meeting that potential. And that's a really frustrating thing. So I think it's like really nice to see a character Naruto who struggles with that, to have people to help him unlock that potential and to help him keep believing in himself and what he can do. For the funniest moment, I'm gonna give that to Naruto at the beginning of episode 76, where he's all pouty about Kakashi using Rasengan. He thinks he's just showing off. The voice actor does such a good job with like those little like Naruto mannerisms. It's great. And then for the Sacco, not really. Honestly, there's not a ton of people I can give Sacco to, but I'm gonna give it to that. I don't know this damn shinobi's name, but like this scene where they're all, showing the shinobi hiding around all the collection agencies. Like they're all pretty cool moves, like, blending, like kind of transforming to rocks or wood or, hiding under the dock, all conspicuous. And there's just one dude who just hides behind a pile of logs. I'm like, dude, I can do that shit. I'll give him a Sacco. That's not very shinobi-like, man. Good luck to my editor to find that picture. But yeah, good episodes, man. Oh man, I'm excited that the fight is like starting now so that we can get more of like Kakuza and Hidan's powers and get to know them a little bit more. I'm honestly like, I really hope that this arc doesn't just end with like one of the Akatsuki members dying, or like I hope it differentiates from the first one, because right now the one concern I have with this arc is, even though we're getting a lot more like other characters and whatnot from the Leaf Village and the Akatsuki, the plot line is still very much the same, with them just coming after a Jinchuriki, and kind of facing off with, Asuma and Shikamaru, but you know, I don't want to call it formulaic, but I'm a little concerned it could go that way. So I'm hoping that the outcomes are a bit different, / like the fights itself are a bit different as well. You know, we'll have to see, but it's very exciting kind of, you know, starting the fight now, and being able to see more of the Akatsuki in play here. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this one. If y'all would have had any different character names or anything. And yeah, hope you all have a really good rest of your day, and I will catch you next time. Peace.